Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and about 10 days ago I had posted a video on Jio with a 30 megabit connection, but now I've upgraded to the 1 gigabit connection on this Jio fiber, and I'll share my experience with you guys, what I felt about this and where I could take advantage of this 1 gigabit connection, and does it even make sense to go with this connection. We'll find out all that, and I've done multiple tests, so let's have a closer look at the same. So guys, doing one more practical test, and as you can see the router is over there. It's just about 4-5 feet, so ideal conditions. So let's do a speed test again on the 5 gigahertz band, and let's see what are the speeds do you get. This is the ideal conditions that you can expect, and again, as you can see, about same, about slightly better. I think so it should touch about 460, 470, as you can see, ideal conditions on the 5 gigahertz band by the supplied Jio Wi-Fi router. If you have a separate Wi-Fi 6 router, I have seen speeds going as high as about 650 to 700 megabit, but this is what you can expect with the supplied Jio router. This is the new blue one that we are having. We'll also check with fast.com. Let's see again, enter, and as you can see, about 500. Yes, it did touch for a second and came back. So on Wi-Fi, expect speeds around this, ideally 400 to about 450 megabit if you are in the same room with this gigabit connection. So now what I've done is I'm using a wired Ethernet connection, and this laptop also has a gigabit NIC, so I've connected that. So this is the perfect ideal condition. So let's test now the speeds. And here now, as you can see, we are close to maxing out that gigabit speeds. Not exactly gigabit, but about 940 that we are getting on the downloads. But again guys, this is wired. On wireless it will fall down, as I've shown you earlier. So this is what we are getting, and uploads also we should get actually very good speeds. About 800 it used to touch. Again, nature of internet fluctuates sometime. This is that with the wired connection connected to the Jio router. In real world usage, hardly most of the servers max out, even Microsoft servers 350 or whatever. The only place where I could max this out was that this is the gaming laptop. I'm testing it, and I was downloading a lot of games simultaneously on this, one from Microsoft server, one from Blizzard server, and there, yes, when I was downloading multiple games, it was touching about 750 megabit if connected to this wired network. So testing the speed of this laptop, and this is in another room, about 25 feet. So this will simulate that the router is in another room and you are here, and let's just test it. And I'm on 5 gigahertz band, so let's just test the speed test. This should fall down quite a bit here because it's 5 gigahertz, but still, as you can see, about 330, 350, 360 megabit, 370 even. This is nice actually. Generally it hovers about 350, so I'm getting about 380 here. In the other room this you can get, and again guys, this is the default Jio router, that blue one that I'm getting using, and about 200 upload. Actually I got much better. Generally in this room it maxes out around 350, 340. Today I'm getting, that's the nature of Wi-Fi, sometimes it fluctuates. So upload like this. Let's also go to fast.com. It uses Netflix servers. So here again, here as you can see, it's capping around 220 to 30. So this is what you should expect, about 240 to about 350 in the next room. But guys, this is on the 5 gigahertz. If you go to the 2.4 gigahertz, let's just go, that speed will fall down drastically. So again, make sure if you're using a laptop, it does support 5 gigahertz band. And because we'll do this test again, it's on this 2.4 gigahertz, and let's just do the test again. This is on the 2.4 gigahertz band, and here it should the speed should fall down drastically. As you can see, really bad on the 2.4 gigahertz. Just about 40 to about 50, 55 megabits. So again, you want to take advantage of those higher speeds put it on the 5 gigahertz band. So yeah, this is what you'll get on the 2.4 gigahertz band. Though, yeah, the range is better on the 2.4 gigahertz band. So what do I feel about this connection? Let me share my experience. And as you saw, guys, even on this gigabit internet connection, yes, you were getting those speeds with the wired one. But again, mostly we use, internet connection in our home via Wi-Fi. And there you saw that even on 5 gigahertz, that capping was about 450, 470 megabit. So again, if you even have the 1 gigabit connection from this Jio, the router that is supplied from Jio will simply not go over 500 megabit. So again, to really take advantage, you have to use the wired connection. And also with the wired connection, if you're just using it normally, you won't notice any difference unless you're doing very, very heavy downloads. The only place where I actually used this connection and took advantages, as I've told you, when I was testing that Legion laptop, I'll be posting a video about it, and I was downloading multiple games, about 3 games, total about 120 gigabytes on my office connection. That's a 150 megabit ACK connection. It was showing me time of download slightly over 4 hours, but when I went to the house and started that download, it finished in less than 30 minutes. So if you constantly download very heavy stuff, then you can take advantage of this connection. But for normal users, I would not say that you'll notice a difference. In fact, I would say for normal users, even a regular 100 megabit connection will be more than enough. And as you saw, even with the 30 megabit Jio connection that we had, even 4K you can play on 2 devices, or one 4K and 3-4 1080p feeds fine. So again, for normal users, again, even a regular 100 megabit connection will be more than enough. And even if you are sort of a power user, because most of the Jio plans right now are sort of unlimited, all of the plans, even this expensive gigabit plan, has a data cap of 3.3 terabytes. It's actually a lot of data, but it's the same for even the 30 megabit connection and even for this 1 gigabit connection. So I would say unless you are a very heavy downloader and you want to download that stuff very quickly, it does not make a sense. And even if you're a sort of power user, then I would say stick with the 300 megabit connection, or at max stick to that 500 megabit connection, because again, your Wi-Fi 5 gigahertz band would be the limit, unless you are investing in extra Wi-Fi 6 gear separately. Those are actually pretty expensive. Then you can, yes, I did test this Jio Fiber with even a Wi-Fi 6 router, and yes, I was able to get about 700 to 730 megabit downloads via that. But again, those Wi-Fi 6 routers are pretty expensive. So for general normal users, I would say 100 megabit connection is also more than enough. If you're sort of a power user, also 300 megabit will be more than enough, because as you saw, even if you are not in the same room, even if you move to the next room, your Wi-Fi speeds automatically drop to around 250 to 70 megabit. So again, yes, I'm happy that we are able to get this gigabit connection very easily, but again, it's not for everyone, and even if you take it, you won't be maxing it out every day. This was my experience with this Giga Fiber, that is a 1 gigabit connection. If you still have any questions about this one, do post your questions in the comment section below and I'll try to answer them. Anyways guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care guys.